Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's National Honor Society Tapping Ceremony. My name is Ashley Liu, and it's been both an honor and a privilege to serve as the president of our 2024-2025 chapter this past year. Today, we are gathered to celebrate and recognize the achievements of the students about to be inducted into our chapter. This is a special moment to honor their dedication, hard work, and commitment to excellence. Before we begin the ceremony, I want to take a moment to express our gratitude to those who make events like this possible. First, thank you to Mrs. Erskine, Mr. Clements, and Mr. Hedinger for your continued support of our NHS chapter and all those students who are a part of it. Your leadership creates the environment that allows us to thrive. We're also grateful to the Booster Club for their generosity and dedication to enhancing our school's programs, and to the entire faculty for your guidance and encouragement. A thanks to Mrs. Ingram for the beautiful flower arrangement, and Helen Farrell for organizing the lovely reception that will follow today's induction. I also want to acknowledge the hard work and commitment of our NHS leadership team. A special shout out to my Vice President, Ellie Trotter, and our Secretary, Sandra Horn. I have been incredibly lucky to have such a supportive and dedicated team behind me. We are especially grateful to our faculty sponsor, Mrs. Williams, whose support and mentorship have been so valuable to us in organizing this ceremony and ensuring the success of our NHS chapter. Today, we are inducting 16 exceptional students who have demonstrated excellence in the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. To be inducted, students must maintain a minimum of 94.5 cumulative GPA, a commitment to leadership and service, and uphold a strong character. Current members are expected to maintain these standards and 30 hours of community service. As our new inductees prepare to join us, it is important to remember that this honor comes with great responsibility. Being a part of the NHS is not just about receiving recognition, but about living out these values every day, making a positive impact on our community, school, and beyond. Now, I'd like to invite Ellie Trotter to share the year-end review. Thank you once again to everyone for your support of the National Honor Society, and we look forward to a great year ahead.
Good afternoon. I'm Ellie Trotter, the Vice President of the NHS. This current chapter had a strong, productive year serving both prep and the greater Augusta area. In total, we served approximately 2,162 hours. As usual, we began the year by assisting in the graduation ceremony for the class of 2024, making sure to send off last year's senior class with a well-planned event. Next, after a long summer break, we jumped right into service by hosting a new student orientation at school, welcoming our new members of our student body. We spent lots of time working with Vineyard Church helping out with their food pantry. After this devastation of Hurricane Helene, multiple members of our NHS spent their time helping rebuild our community through different organizations. At the end of the year, in December, we held a toy drive for Toys for Tots and additionally assisted with the Augusta Prep Artist Market. We also spent this time preparing the freshmen for their first exams with an insightful exam seminar. We were also very helpful to our school community this year by consistently helping out in the concession stand during various sports events. This made it so parents of athletes could spend more time watching their children instead of partaking in this job. We also spent the year tutoring other Augusta Prep students in a variety of classes, and with the help of Dr. Diener, continued our mentoring program with the lower school. With this program, we were able to form greater bonds with our youngest Cavaliers and help them to gain important academic and social skills, allowing us to have an impact on sharing the future of prep. To further build these bonds, we also hosted Parents' Night Out, taking care of our younger Cavaliers so that the parents could have a couple of child-free hours. Furthermore, we also came together as a society in February to make fun and unique Valentine's Day cards for a local home for senior citizens. As you can see, we took part in a lot this year and truly had an impact on our community. But one specific member stood out for being extra dedicated to service. I would now like to acknowledge that Lillian Clapp completed a total of 251 independent hours throughout this year. Another special acknowledgement to Crawford McDougall for completing the most service over the past summer, serving a total of 480 hours. We have remained dedicated and worked hard this year, not only to impact our school, but also the greater Augusta area. I'm super proud of everything we have accomplished. I will now be followed by Mesa Awonsky, who will speak on the scholarship pillar.
is May Iwanski, and it is an honor to speak on one of the core pillars of the National Honor Society, scholarship. Scholarship is more than just academic achievement. Students must stay dedicated to learning, strive for academic motivation, while also staying active in the community around them. This is one of the most demanding pillars because it requires consistent discipline, intellectual curiosity, and the ability to balance high expectations with the many challenges of daily life. The students being inducted today not only strive for excellence in the classroom, but also in athletics, the arts, leadership roles, and service to the community. They manage vigorous course loads while maintaining an unweighted GPA of 94.5 or higher. These inductees are great examples of what it means to be a scholar. They've demonstrated not only academic excellence, but also integrity, perseverance, and a true commitment to the Augusta Prep community and the greater CSRA. To today's inductees, I challenge you to keep reaching higher. Let your dedication to learning continue to shape your path forward. Lead your community, serve with purpose, and never lose sight of the impact your efforts can have on your school and your community. I will now be followed by Sam Jeffroy, who will light the candle and speak on the character pillar.
Good afternoon. My name is Sam Jeffroy, and I am introducing the NHS Pillar of Character. Character embodies the standard of integrity, accountability, and honorable behavior demonstrated by every member of the NHS. It reflects an individual's morals, decisions, and their dedication to maintain the highest levels of conduct and service. Within the NHS, character is not just a quality, it is a cornerstone upon which all academic and service accomplishments are built. This not only highlights the value of personal integrity, but also the shared responsibility required to make meaningful contributions to both the community and society at large. By fostering character development, the NHS celebrates more than academic success. It shapes members who embody these principles in their daily lives. Each of our inductees have consistently displayed traits of character such as respect, trustworthiness, responsibility, fairness, and active engagement within their community. These principles truly define the spirit of the Augusta Prep National Honor Society and are upheld by every one of our inductees. I will now be followed by Gracie Bush, who will light the candle and speak about the leadership pillar.
Good afternoon. My name is Gracie Bush, and I have the privilege of speaking about the National Honor Society's leadership pillar. As members of the National Honor Society, we are called to lead not for recognition, but for responsibility. We lead to make our school better, our community stronger, and our futures brighter. The National Honor Society's leadership is more than holding a title or leading a group. It's about setting an example, stepping up when it's needed most, and inspiring others to strive for excellence, even when no one is watching. Leaders are dedicated to what they do and show integrity and adaptability. Members of the National Honor Society show leadership in different ways, guiding and inspiring others toward a common goal through communication and decision-making. While NHS members show leadership through individuality, they also show leadership through various opportunities helping the local community. For example, they can help with a food pantry to assist others in need, or they can help with something as simple as tutoring a fellow classmate. Whatever they decide will help them grow as a person trying to reach their full potential. To the new inductees, you are here because of your pronounced and remarkable leadership. I will be followed by Emily Wang, who will light the candle and speak on the service pillar.
Good afternoon. My name is Emily Wang, and I will be introducing the National Honor Society Pillar for Service. Service is not a chore. It is not something that is checked off a resume or to fulfill a requirement. Service is a privilege. It's an honor to help those around us and improve our environment. In such an isolationist world, service creates community and reminds us that we are never truly alone, and reminds us of the humility and empathy that make up the indomitable human spirit. And there's never a limit to these types of service and the amount of service one can do, and our NHS members perfectly exemplify that. This past year, our members have helped kids in lower school through the Mentor-Mentee program, helped out in food banks, written cards to brighten up people's days in retirement homes, and volunteered at concessions. These are just a few of the innumerable ways that NHS has improved not only the investor prep community, but the CSRA as a whole. For our inductees, upon entering the National Honor Society, know that you have been given a space where you will grow, improve, and enlighten yourself and others around you. Make sure not to take these opportunities for granted and to step out of your comfort zone in NHS. I am certain every single inductee will uphold these pillars and sentiments during your time at NHS and for long after that. I will now be followed by Grace Greer, who will begin the inductions.
My name is Grace Greer, and I have the honor of beginning inductions. This first inductee is a ball of joy. Her charismatic attitude and her laugh can be heard echoing through the halls of prep. She's a leader, she's a lover, she's a caring big sister. She's extremely thoughtful and exemplifies what it means to be involved in one's community. This beautiful young lady can be seen singing quartet at Literary, chanting with the upper school chorus, acing the competition on the volleyball court, helping her neighbors, and caring for her little brother. From one big sister to another, I have so much respect for this young woman. I personally had the pleasure of getting to know her through cheerleading. While I was sad she did not cheer her sophomore year, I enjoyed getting to watch her thrive on the volleyball team. Her drive and passion for learning are evident everywhere she goes. She was my go-to banner hanger, and we have shared a lot of laughs. If anyone is deserving of joining this group, it is her. Only she will understand this last part. This means war. It is my pleasure to welcome Madeline Barris to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Sarah Bender.
I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to really get to know this inductee as both a friend and a teammate on the tennis court. Although quiet, this inductee has a love for theater and is a funny, loving, and intelligent athlete, excelling in multiple advanced classes while spending an average of 10 hours on the tennis courts training outside of school every week. Just this past month, her competitive tennis game has won her region champion and state runner-up. As a humble champion, she demonstrates her leadership all season by being a composed, excited, and supportive team captain, always supporting teammates even when things are rough. Although busy, her commitment to tennis does not stop her from engaging in service to the community. She spent many hours helping with hurricane relief this fall, and also demonstrated her discipline this spring working the long hours of the Masters for 9 days. I'm very pleased to induct Virginia Castle to the NHS. I will be followed by William Clapp.
Hi, my name is Lily Clapp, and I'm honored to introduce our next inductee. Other than having a great last name, he has many attributes which make him an excellent addition to Augusta Prep's chapter of the NHS, including his engagement with many activities such as football, track, science club, an independent research project, studying multiple languages, and many more.
I personally have gotten to know him from both Molly Ewan's trip to the University of Georgia this past winter, as well as from Science Night. And I have found him to be an intelligent, well-organized, and funny person, qualities making him well-suited to the academic environments and expectations of both prep and now the NHS. Therefore, it is my pleasure to welcome Ali Clapp to the NHS. I will now be followed by J.R. Weber.
Hello, my name is J.R. Weber, and it's my greatest honor to induct this next inductee. Your commitment to scholarship is evident in your academic endeavors and your dedication with strict discipline, outstanding academic performance, and the ability to work very hard with very little questions asked. This inductee also shows outstanding and honorable character, but he's a very kind and selfless person. This student worked very hard with the Augusta Prep LLS to help the goal of raising $50,000 for cancer research, and has also been part of the Squad M Club. Furthermore, he always ensures each person gets what's best for them. It's my pleasure to welcome Patrick De Laurentiis to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Thomas Lane Estes.
Good afternoon, my name is Thomas Lane Estes, and I'm very honored to introduce the next inductee. His energetic, talkative, and sometimes loud spirit has graced the halls of Augusta Prep for 11 years since his arrival in kindergarten. Throughout these many years of prep, I have developed a strong friendship with him, which has grown considerably within the last few years due to his involvement in the prep soccer program and the fact that I get to drive him home every day after practice. He has shown significant involvement in the prep community during his long tenure at the school by participating in a plethora of sports and clubs. On the sports side, he has participated in cross country, soccer, sporting clay shooting, football, wrestling, and track and field throughout his days in middle school and high school. For clubs, he's been involved in Model UN, Squad M, NSTEM, LOS, and Science Club. He has also shown great leadership from his involvement as one of his class representatives in our student council. However, this inductee is not only involved in the activities at Augusta Prep. Outside of prep, he plays Augusta Arsenal soccer, volunteers at Temple, and works at the hospital in the summertime. This inductee's embodiment of the pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character will serve him well in this esteemed organization, and that is why it is my great pleasure to welcome Aditya Dapapudi into the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Paige Chambers.
Hello everyone. I got the opportunity to meet the inductee as she did football cheer this season. This inductee is very clever and funny, knowing how to make the best of every moment. We also got to see this inductee being open to new opportunities, as she hosted one of the Australians during the exchange. She has contributed to our school not only in cheer, but also in soccer, being a part of service club, and being her class president. Outside of school, she continues playing soccer with Miss. She also helps her community, helping serve weekend meals and participating in the Living Force fundraiser. With all that said, I know that this inductee will be a great attribute, not just to the NHS community, but prep as a whole. Please welcome Sarah El-Sayed to the National Honor Society. be followed by Randy Ebron Franz.
Hello, everyone. I have the pleasure of introducing this next inductee. I met this inductee when she was a freshman and during the first Black Student Union meeting. I noticed that while she was quiet and a bit shy, she would still offer great ideas and input in conversations. Since then, I have seen her break out of her shell even more by joining the cheer and track and field teams, as well as participating in Green Club, and participating in the BSU Black History presentation. As this inductee has continued to be a part of many activities, she pushes herself academically, even if it means taking the challenging road and being a good example of character with each step she takes. I know this inductee will do amazing things academically and for her community. It is my pleasure to welcome Nayla Jones to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Alex Lebetnik.
It is my pleasure to introduce this next inductee. This young man is thoughtful, intelligent, and a person who is involved in his community. He has shown himself as someone who is always curious, wanted to learn, and an advocate for his own viewpoint in debates such as if winning the Super Bowl makes you the world champion. He's played on the varsity tennis team for 2 years in high school and has been one of the top players in his team consistently, and works hard to become the best player he can be. While he's not playing tennis, he shows his competitive spirit in his clubs where he's achieved 3rd overall in Squad M, helped bring a new team to Gold Division in Cyber Patriot, and has been a part of the Science Bowl team. He has been active in the prep community, helping with events such as Science Night. He achieves all this with a rigorous academic schedule. His dedication to what he does embodies what NHS stands for. With that, it is my honor to induct Aiden Coe into the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Isabella Diener.
I have the pleasure of introducing this next inductee. This amiable young woman is one of the most hardworking and compassionate people I know, and she has demonstrated these qualities at Prep for 13 years. I was able to generate a close connection with this inductee after being witness to her infectious personality on the football and basketball cheerleading squads, where she has served as a member for 2 years. Most notably, I had the privilege of seeing her lovely personality shine through while having the opportunity to co-lead Augusta Prep's LLS Calves Against Cancer team. Through clubs like LLS, this inductee is able to show off her selfless nature. She also works diligently serving her Augusta Prep community through serving as a member of the Recycling and Global Perspectives Club. Whether she is traveling all the way to Australia or right here at Prep, her strong character can always be seen through the connections she makes with people and the joy she inspires people with. It is without a doubt this young lady embodies the NHS pillars with her conscientious essence. It is my pleasure to welcome Lola Kirksey to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Sarah Khan.
This inductee has been a friendly face throughout the hallways for many years. He is a caring student and a friend who is always willing to start a conversation and offer help to all. His work ethic is one to be appreciated as he is a very involved member of the community. He takes part in many clubs including NSTEM, Science Club, Squad M, and more here at Augusta Prep. He is a dedicated leader and founded the Muslim Student Association as well. Outside of school, he can be seen volunteering with the Weekend Meals program or working at the Islamic Society of Augusta Sunday School. I have personally seen this inductee grow over the years as we've previously been classmates at the Sunday school and family friends for many years. It is my pleasure to welcome Omar Al-Khani to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Alex Casale.
My name is Alex Casale, and I have the pleasure of introducing this next inductee. I first met this inductee at orientation, when I had the chance to show him around prep for the first time. Even then, his curiosity stood out. Since joining our community, he has quietly made a strong impact through his intellect, character, and kindness. He reads widely from The Hobbit to Kill a Mockingbird, and has a particular passion for subjects like physics, history, and English. He has shown leadership through his role in JROTC, where he has led his squad through drills and helped maintain precision and discipline. His service to others is equally thoughtful. Volunteering at the Special Olympics left a lasting impression on him, and he brought joy and support to the athletes he helped. Though new to prep, he has embraced this community and is ready to grow even more. It is my pleasure to welcome the thoughtful, responsible, and driven Ethan Strand into the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Grace Sub.
My name is Grace Sub, and I have the honor of introducing this next inductee. When I think of this inductee, I think of her bubbly and infectious personality that is inviting to all. She is one who deeply cares and feels empathy, exemplifying the model qualities that the National Honor Society associates with. I've personally seen her grow greatly over these last 15 years. She is involved in countless clubs and activities in school, including Squad M, Service Club, and many more. On top of these responsibilities, she currently serves as the treasurer for her sophomore class and co-founder and co-president of the Asian American Club. This inductee is not only a scholar, but also engages in her community as an athlete and a leader, as she has served as the JV captain of the volleyball team here at Prep. In addition to serving in school-related activities, she demonstrated her natural leadership qualities as the captain of her club volleyball team last year. While this student is hardworking, extremely organized, and responsible, she is also one who you can share a good laugh with. She serves as a constant role model to me, as she is one who is unafraid to stand up to truth and fairness. I'm confident that this inductee will succeed in everything and anything she does, as she upholds herself to high standards and expectations she has set for herself. It is my pleasure to welcome Jackie Sub to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Ivy Ward.
and I have the pleasure of inducting this next inductee. This inductee is a kind-hearted and creative individual. You can usually find her hanging around in the art room, chatting with friends, or even making or crafting something. Though I don't know this inductee personally, I have witnessed her in her own domain creating one of many beautiful art pieces. This young lady is involved in volleyball both on Prep's team and Heat outside of school, both piano and voice lessons. She also loves to travel, going on the Denmark exchange, Australian exchange, Italy trip, and even traveled with me on the 2023 Europe trip. It is my pleasure to welcome Skylar Syker-Bike to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Alex Thompson.
Our next inductee is someone who truly brightens the environments they're in. As a friend, classmate, and teammate, this young man exemplifies what it means to excel in and out of the classroom. From his witty sense of humor to his intelligent contributions, he's someone that I personally look forward to seeing throughout the day. From his participation on the soccer and football teams, to his involvement in clubs such as Squad M, Chess Club, and his participation on the chess team, this young makes an active participation a key part of his life. Speaking from the experiences I have shared with this young man, it is truly an honor to be able to know him personally. He brightens up every room he enters and is someone I can count on to have a smile on his face. With all that being said, it is my pleasure to welcome Edwin Vaughn to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Crawford McDougall, who will be reading for Karen Zane.
It is my greatest pleasure to introduce this new special inductee, who I've known since the very beginning. His quiet confidence, boundless curiosity, and tireless work ethic have made him a cornerstone of our school community. From the earliest days of his academic journey, he has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to excellence, constantly earning top marks and exceedingly high expectations set upon him. Yet his achievements extend far beyond the classroom. He is an active participant in Science Club, Squad M, Cyber Team, and National STEM Honor Society, which is a testament not only to his academic excellence, but also to his genuine passion for the sciences. I am so proud of how far he has come and how much he has grown to reach this point. Please join me in welcoming Vincent Zhang into the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Jack Thompson.
Hello, my name is Jack Thompson, and I have the pleasure of introducing the next inductee. He is a very hard worker and has dedicated his time to the local community, and he has truly embodied the values that the National Honor Society is looking for. He has worked hard at his parents' restaurant and has showcased his leadership skills by running the kitchen when his parents were not able to. He has immersed himself into the upper school by joining sports such as basketball and track and field. This student shines every day inside the classroom by achieving good grades and outside the classroom by serving his community through his disciplined work ethic. This student is a well-rounded individual who constantly strives to do the best in his community. His humor and personality make him such a cool person to be around. I'm very glad that I've gotten to meet and develop a friendship with this person on the basketball court. And with that, it is my honor to welcome Mason Zhang into the National Honor Society of Augusta Prep. I'll be followed by Ashley Liu.
NHS members and inductees, please stand and raise your right hand to join me in the recitation of our pledge. Repeat after me. I pledge to hold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected and will be true to the principles for which it stands and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. You may be seated. Congratulations and welcome to the National Honor Society. I will be followed by Ms. Williams.
It's been such a pleasure to work with this exceptional group of students this year. They never cease to amaze me on how well they manage their time. In particular, it's easy to see the many contributions of the class of 2025 that they've made on our campus and in their local communities. This group has been actively and enthusiastically engaged in their schoolwork as participating members in both athletics and the arts, in leadership positions in a variety of clubs and organizations, and through providing support and service to those around them. I hope that you know, class of 2025, that your countless contributions and your efforts do not go unnoticed. I'm certain that if you use your same approach that you've used throughout your time at NHS in your next stage of life, with the same drive, determination, and enthusiasm that you've displayed while at prep, that you have many successes to follow. I would like to thank Ashley Liu, our NHS president. Ashley has knocked it out of the park this year. She has worked so very hard and so tirelessly, not just for today, but throughout the entire year, to support all of those that are members of the NHS. And with Ashley's help, Ellie Trotter, our vice president, Sam Jeffroy, our secretary treasurer, and the other NHS members that helped to make up the class of 2025. I look forward to hearing from all of you about the many ways that you continue to lead, serve, and excel in college and in life. Thank you, graduating seniors, for your time serving as NHS members and for being such kind, respectful, hardworking, and thoughtful members of our prep community. At this time, I would like to invite Ashley back up to the podium to close out our ceremony.
Thank you all for joining us today. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate the newest members of Augusta Prep's chapter of the National Honor Society. Students, please remain seated until dismissed. As Sebastian Sparks plays, inductees and NHS members, please exit the stage and follow the ushers to the steps outside of the lobby for a photo. I would also like to invite the new and returning members of the NHS, parents, and faculty to a reception in the lobby. Thank you.